Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video on the channel guys. My name is JoshPlays and today in this video guys we got something a little bit special for you guys. Now on this channel guys I'm going to be starting a brand new series. As you guys can probably tell by the title guys, I am going to be sharing my Goodwill finds. Now I know this is a really interesting title for a series, I guess you could say. I mean, I do this a lot. I go to my local Goodwill a lot and I buy old games there all the time. Now on this series what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you guys my finds for every single week I go. So every single Saturday or sometime around Saturday or Sunday there will be an upload on the finds I get every single week. I have my games right here. I have about 8 I believe on me right now, and they're pretty good finds too, so I'm pretty happy about it. But everyone, I'm pretty excited about this video. I've never really done anything like this before, so it's gonna be really interesting. So we have our first set of games for the Nintendo GameCube that we have right here. I'm gonna be doing it by console first, and by yeah, pretty much that's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna tell you guys what consoles of games I have right here. So I right now have games of GameCube, Nintendo Wii, Sega Genesis, and the PlayStation 1. So I have 4 consoles, and these are going to be the games I'm going to be showing you guys today. Now just so you guys know, I'm going to also be comparing prices from the Goodwill prices to the actual retro game market prices, and obviously the Goodwill prices are going to be extremely it's going to be way cheaper than the actual retail prices that if you try to buy them in a store from when they actually came out back in the day, or if you try to buy them now inside an actual game store. So it's gonna be a really cool series. I hope you guys do enjoy it. If you guys are new to the channel, you want to consider the subscribe button. Make sure you guys go do so down below. It'd be much appreciated, and make sure you guys hit the like button on this video. But pretty much guys, let's get things started off with the GameCube games that we have here. I currently have 4 games for the GameCube sitting with me right now. Now they're not like extremely amazing titles, but I'm gonna go through them one by one. I don't really know too much about a lot of these games. There is one I may know a little bit of knowledge about, but not really like too much of anything. But let's start off with probably the best game out of my GameCube games that I have, which is Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Now this is a really great game because I have the first Metroid Prime on the GameCube that was made back in 2002, and this is kind of like a sequel to the series. Again, I don't know too much about Metroid, but this is obviously a sequel to it, and it's pretty good. It's not in too bad of condition as well. I bought this for I believe $8. And it like first came into the Goodwill as I came, so it was really cool. Unfortunately it is just the disc, but that is completely okay. I looked on the market as well, and I'm going to be showing pictures right now of it on the market, and obviously it is way more if I do look on eBay for it, because usually I look on eBay for it and I don't look on Amazon, because do not trust Amazon with GameCube games. Do not trust Amazon with a lot of those things. So I'm just looking at this and I'm like, I think I got a pretty good find for $8 for this game. So I mean, I think I did a pretty good job on this game, so I'm completely happy about that one. So Metroid Prime 2 Echoes is up on the board, so that's a really great game. The next game we have is 1080 Avalanche. Now this is a really great one because I actually have a game called 1080 Snowboarding, which is, I believe this is one of the sequels adding on to, I believe this was the last game inside of the series if I had that correct. And this is a really great game, honestly. I have never played this. I'm a huge fan of 1080 Snowboarding though, so I'm a huge fan of that game, but I've yet to play this yet. But 1080 Avalanche, I believe is going to be a really great game for me. And obviously SSX3, if you guys know that series as well, it's another snowboarding series. It's obviously way similar to this as well, so it's pretty good. But yeah, everything is inside with the disc and the manual obviously, and the back is looking pretty good. There is nothing really too wrong about the case. It's actually pretty new. I bought this for $5 at the Goodwill, and so it is pretty nice. Eventually I will do a vlog one day of myself actually going to the Goodwill, and maybe even myself picking up some games. I'll have to eventually do that, but I have no clue when I'll actually do that. But 1080 Avalanche for $5, pretty good. I'll show you guys what it looks like up on eBay. And it's a little bit more, not like too high, not too low, but obviously for everything inside of the case, it's a pretty good price for $5, so I'm super happy about that. Next game up on the list, we have Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Now obviously I'm a huge fan of Tony Hawk. I have a lot of Tony Hawk games, especially Pro Skater. I'm a huge fan of it, and I have yet to make a lot of videos on them because I love Pro Skater 4. I play it a whole lot. and it's been a huge part of me since I got that game. But this is a pretty great game as well, and I'm pretty happy I picked this up as well. Unfortunately, it's just the disc with unfortunately and only GameCube precautions booklet, which is slightly unfortunate because I actually kind of wanted the manual for the game, but it's alright. It is kind of rough around the edges right here. Obviously, some of the paper on the actual case has been a little bit worn down, as you guys can see on the top right here, and a little bit on the back as well. There is a little bit of I believe some dirt marks as well. There's quite a bit of things about this case. I may have to clean it up here in about a couple of minutes here once this video may be finished, but this is also another great game. It does work. And yeah, it's really cool. And Tony Hawk's American Wasteland is not like obviously the best title. It never will be the best title in the Pro Skater or just in any Tony Hawk game in general. It will not be the best, but I mean, it's a great Tony Hawk edition, so I picked this up for $3 as well, and so it's a pretty nice find as well. Obviously, a lot of the Tony Hawk games are pretty well made, and so I tend to enjoy them a lot, so this is a really great pickup as well. And then we just have a football title. It's just a random NCAA football 2003 title. I'm surprised to have picked this up for $1.29, and this game has everything in it as well. And it's pretty nice. I found it in some of the bins over there as well, and there's no issues with this case besides the bottom right, which is kind of down here. If you guys can maybe see that it's down there. There isn't really much to show for that, but other than that, it's pretty good. I had to do no cleaning off the goo gone or anything like that. It was pretty straightforward, to say the least. Obviously not a time I'm gonna play, but for $1.29, it's a pretty nice game to add to the collection. So you know, it's pretty good. They actually stopped making these games, but I hopefully will try and acquire all of these games and try and get every single one of them for the GameCube and maybe even for the PlayStation 2. I'm not even sure, but at least I got a football title in there, so I mean, it's alright. So that does conclude the GameCube titles that I got this week. Again, guys, I'll be doing this every single week, and I will be doing all my prices for all of the games. So for that GameCube stack right there, it was about $17.29 for the 4 games here, and which is actually a pretty great price for all these titles. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes alone and probably Tony Hawk's American Wasteland alone reaches that amount easily. So it's a really great set of titles, especially for if you're trying to get a GameCube. These 4 titles are pretty good for $17. 17 bucks for these. Obviously Metroid and Tenny Avalanche are going to be the main titles you guys are probably going to want to play if you guys do choose to get these games. But I mean, for 17 bucks, dude, these titles are pretty good in my opinion. So I'm pretty glad to have picked these up. So I have no issues with these. And then next, guys, we have the Sega Genesis titles. Now I'm honestly pretty excited about this one because I actually found a gem in which I found 2 gems actually. One of the titles I have actually not looked at on the retro game market yet, but one of them I have, and one of them is Mortal Kombat 2. I'm super excited that I picked this up for $8, and it was such an amazing find for me, but it may look like Mortal Kombat 2 on the outside, right? In theory, it's Mortal Kombat 3. Apparently, I got Mortal Kombat 3 in a Mortal Kombat 2 case. A lot of the Sega Genesis cartridges that people maybe put in here and don't kind of get mixed up. So, I got Mortal Kombat 3, which is even bigger of a steal because it's actually more on the retro game market than Mortal Kombat 2, and is obviously more of the heavily favorited game throughout the Sega Genesis Mortal Kombat series. So, I'm super happy to have picked it up for $8. Unfortunately, there is no manual. There usually is not a manual for a lot of these Sega Genesis cases that I find at Goodwill, so it's alright. But this is the biggest gem that I have. This is the biggest Sega Genesis gem that I've actually found at Goodwill so far. So this is the biggest thing I found in the last 2 years that I've been shopping there. So it's a really great find for $8. I'm super happy with it. I'm super glad I got it. And then the next one, obviously, there's only one more left, but we have a World Series Baseball Sega Genesis title, and the reason why I bought this was because it kind of seemed like a generic title to me, and I felt like that generic title kind of just set the tone as well. It has everything inside of it as well. Unfortunately, the manual is black and white, if it even is supposed to be like that. I'm assuming it's not, but yeah, this was made back in about 1994, so maybe it makes sense for Sega. I mean, I have no clue. I mean, I have like literally Street Fighter on my shelf right there, and it was made back in 92 with a colored manual, so I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but I mean, this is interesting though, because this game, I don't know how much it is on the market. I'll show on the screen now because I'll actually do my research later, but I got this for about $5 as well, and again, I bought this strictly because of the fact that it seemed like a main title, and obviously I don't think there's really any main things wrong with the case. It's pretty good to say the least, so I'm pretty happy about it. And again, the inside has everything with it, including the manual, so pretty happy about that. And for the two Sega Genesis games, both Mortal Kombat 3 and World Series Baseball, equals $13, so that's pretty good. With both the GameCube and the Sega Genesis titles, it is $30.29, which is a pretty nice deal to say the least. Honestly, it is, because a lot of these games go for pretty expensive. They really do go for pretty expensive, so I'm super happy to have found things like this. It's actually insane. I'm not even gonna lie with you guys. So that does conclude the Sega Genesis games, and now we're gonna moving on to the two Wii games I'm extremely happy to share about with you guys today. So I have two games here, both Mario titles actually, and I'm pretty happy I actually got these because I never would have thought I would actually be able to get these in my hands. I'm gonna firstly start off with Super Paper Mario. Now I'm super glad I got this. It was just randomly in the case. I have no clue how I got this. It was pretty insane to say the least, and I was super happy about it. And it obviously it has everything in it. I mean, like, besides the manual, it has this in it. The disc is really well done. There's no issues with the disc that I've seen, and there are no issues with the cases either. I bought this for $8 as well. A little bit of a note before I go any further with the video. Pretty much every single game before it comes into the Goodwill, or like the first day when it comes inside of the Goodwill case, it will be at the maximum price of $8. So it will not go any higher than $8. So on the first day it will be $8. On the second day it will be $5. Sometimes it can drop depending on what's inside of the case. If there's multiple discs inside the case, it will stay at $5. I think it's maybe also depending on the quality of the case as well. It will stay at that price as well. Some games, again, like some of these games, like Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, like this, some of these will drop off to $3, but they will not go any lower than $3. So it's $8 for the first day, $5 for the second day. It can stay out there ranging from the quality of the case, or if there's numerous discs in there, it will stay at that. Either that, it will drop down to $3 and it will stay there forever until it gets sold. So that's pretty much how my Goodwill works, and it's pretty straightforward. And there's also games in the bins as well that are each $1.29 a disc, and it's really nice because that's where I picked up the football title from. Obviously, there's not going to be a lot of good titles inside of the bins, but I've actually found some gems for, so it's pretty good. But Super Paper Mario for $8, not a bad find at all for that. So I'm super happy that I actually managed to acquire that. And then next we have Mario Strikers Charge. Now, this is a really great soccer title. I'm not even gonna lie with you guys. I actually used to play this a little bit back in my day, when I used to actually play on my Wii often enough, and it was really fun, honestly. And I have yet to get the GameCube title for this as well. I hear it is really good, but yeah, there is some slight damage to the case as shown right there. There is some slight peelage, I guess, bent back peelage, I guess you could say, so it's not bad. And obviously all the contents besides the manual are inside, which is unfortunate because that's what it was with the last one, so that kind of sucks. But the disc has no issues, no scratches, is literally like brand new if you think about it. It's very great condition, so I have no issues with this. Another $8 title as well. These two both came out on the same exact day, and it was really nice, so I was super happy about it. And these were my two finds for the Wii section of my collection for this week, ranging at $16. And Super Paper Mario actually breaks the gap and is averaging around $15 on eBay, so it's pretty nice. I believe that was just for the disc. I may have this all completely wrong because I'm not looking at it as I'm making this video, but for right now though, I mean, this game itself literally just beats out all what I've just bought, so it's pretty nice. And if I just sold these, I could literally get way more out of it. It's pretty nice, so I'm super happy about it. $16 for these two amazing Mario titles. How can you go wrong with Mario titles for $16? Like, come on now, these two titles are great. These are gems in my opinion, so I'm super happy about it. So that concludes the Wii titles. All of the titles that we have mentioned so far have equaled up to $46.29, so that is not bad at all. I'm actually pretty surprised it's this cheap. I don't usually get this big of a find in a week, but I mean, obviously it's the first episode, but like, you know, I don't usually get too many finds like this in a week, so it's actually pretty amazing. Now, I only have one PlayStation 1 title. I rarely find PlayStation 1 titles at my Goodwill, but this is a really interesting title. Now, I'm pretty surprised I found this one. Final Fantasy 9 for the PlayStation 1. Now, I picked this up mainly because of the fact that most of the Final Fantasy titles on the PlayStation 1 are the best Final Fantasy titles, and you know, a lot of these are pretty good. I don't like the newer Final Fantasy titles. I just don't. They're not my thing. And I never am too intrigued with them, but the PlayStation 1 titles of these, though, they are solid. Like, I love how they implement a lot of the gameplay into it. I don't play Final Fantasy that much. I don't know too much about it, but all I know is that the PlayStation 1 titles are pretty much significant to Final Fantasy, and these are pretty much what they're based off of, if you think about it, because a lot of people played it off of the PlayStation 1, and I believe a little bit of the 2 as well. So this is pretty much where it all started and how it all got popular. So $8, there's 4 discs in here. Obviously disc 1 being the main disc, and I'm pretty sure that's why it stayed at $8. It stayed actually at $8 because I had 4 discs inside, but for $8, not bad. It does have 2 cracks on the front of it, which is slightly unfortunate. If you look on the back, there is, I believe, 2 as well, 1 here and 1 here, or no, just 1, my bad. But yeah, there is just 1 crack on the back, so there's about 3 cracks. Actually not bad at all. It's actually a pretty great quality of a case, to say the least, besides the cracks. But yeah, it's pretty good, and I'm pretty happy about this as well. And out of everything I bought today, it equals $54.29. So I just did my calculations, and I just now saw that if you guys did choose to buy all the games I mentioned on eBay, you would have to pay about roughly around the price of $120. Now, that's about cut in half from what I bought here. I bought it for about $56, about roughly $54, around there. Let's just say 55, because you know that's rounded. So pretty much we spent about $55, and here it's about roughly $120. So we got 50% off of all of these games just by going to Goodwill, which is absolutely insane. Now, these 9 titles here are pretty insane for that price, honestly. And I honestly hope I get a lot of I get a lot more of these finds in the future. I'm pretty excited for the future of what Goodwill has to show me, because I'm gonna be pretty excited. So it's gonna be absolutely insane. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I hope this was very interesting to you guys. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys leave a like down below. It'd be extremely appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to this channel. If you guys want to watch more of these kinds of series, comment down below how you guys think about it. Let me know your guys' opinions. I don't know if I should keep doing this or not. I'll hopefully be doing this every Saturday or Sunday for an upload like this. So it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm honestly seriously excited about it. And I may even upload videos about how I even go to my Goodwill and actually do the process of trying to find good finds. So it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm super excited about it. And obviously more live streams are to come. I hope they will be live streaming sometime this week, so I'm gonna be pretty happy about that. But everybody, hope you guys have an amazing rest of your guys' day, and hope to see you guys in the next video on the channel, guys. Peace out, everybody.